All right, here we go. Big story developing around Steelers star pass rusher TJ Watt. The dude just dropped a cryptic peace sign on his Instagram story right in the middle of contract talks. Now, usually, that's whatever. But this one felt different. Shortly after, Mark Caboli, who's always dialed in, put out a tweet saying, "Hey, keep an eye on this situation." Sounds like that IG post wasn't just some random gesture. The buzz is that TJ Watt still wants an extension, but it's going to cost more than people thought. And honestly, it should. So that brings us to the question, should the Atlanta Falcons swoop in if this thing goes sideways in Pittsburgh? If the Steelers can't get the deal done, could the Falcons come through with a strong trade offer and lock Watt up with a new contract? Let's talk numbers. TJ Watt has been a freaking problem off the edge. Last season, 11.5 sacks, 61 tackles. The year before, he straight up exploded, 19 sacks. 2 years ago, he had 22.5 sacks in just 15 games. The man is a straight-up game wrecker. If he's not the best edge rusher in football, he's easily the most underrated. And here's the wild part. He's not even in the top 5 highest paid at his position. That's crazy. Meanwhile, you've got Myles Garrett recently locking up a monster deal, $160 million over 4 years. That's $40 million a year with $123 million of it guaranteed. You don't think TJ Watt saw that and said, "Hold up. I've been just as dominant. I'm in the same division, same age range, and I've got similar production. Why can't I get that kind of deal?" And he's right. Watt is still in his prime. He's proven. He's durable. He's disruptive. So yeah, if the Steelers drag their feet and TJ starts looking elsewhere, the Falcons better be ready to make a move, because that type of player doesn't hit the market often. Up next, we're going to break down the odds on where TJ could end up if he doesn't stay in Pittsburgh. And yeah, we'll see where Atlanta lands in that mix. Stay tuned. All right, so now let's take a look at where the odds say TJ Watt could land if he's not staying in Pittsburgh. Leading the pack, the New England Patriots at plus 300. Then it's Seattle, Philly, and Arizona right behind at full 400, plus 500, and 600. Rounding out the list, you've got Tennessee, the LA Rams, and the Atlanta Falcons sitting at 900. Now, if you're not fluent in betting lingo, plus 900 basically means Atlanta's kind of a long shot. Not a crazy pick, not a favorite, middle of the pack. But honestly, I think those odds should be higher, especially when you take a look at this Falcons front five. They've struggled to generate consistent pressure for years now. Let's be real. The Falcons' pass rush last season? That was tough to watch. It looked like a group of dudes just trying real hard out there, but not getting home. Like, we're talking good effort kids energy, and that's not going to cut it if you're trying to make noise in the NFC. Enter TJ Watt. That dude doesn't try to get to the quarterback. He gets there. The man has 30 sacks over the last 2 seasons. That's not normal. That's elite. Yeah, I get it. It's going to cost a lot. Probably a first-round pick, maybe more. But if you're Atlanta sitting there at pick number 15 and you're looking around the draft wondering if you're going to land a day one impact player on the edge, well, here's your shortcut. We even talked with folks close to the Steelers, some people plugged into that building, and what we're hearing is that pick number 15 might be enough to get the conversation started. It's a valuable pick, and here's the kicker. After that, Atlanta doesn't have a ton of ammo. 1 second rounder, a fourth, and 2 sevenths. That's it. So now the question becomes, would you rather gamble on a rookie edge rusher with that first rounder, or go get a guy like TJ Watt who's proven in his prime and could change your defense overnight? We're going to break that down even more coming up. But this conversation is getting real interesting. Now listen, trading a first-round pick for a guy like TJ Watt, on paper, that sounds like a no-brainer. The dude's a certified game wrecker. But this is the NFL. You can't just look at the shiny move in front of you. You've got to think about the full picture. Last season didn't go how Falcons fans hoped, and yeah, there's optimism for next year. But if we're talking about a long-term reset or even a retooling, draft picks are your lifeline. That first rounder, that's valuable capital if you're trying to build something sustainable. So let's look at the draft. Pick number 15. One of the edge rushers that's got my attention is Mike Green out of Marshall. I'm telling you, after Abdul Carter, Mike Green might be my favorite edge target in the 2025 draft. The guy wins with speed, bend, and power, a rare combo. People doubted if he could hang at the next level, but then he showed up at the Senior Bowl and straight up bullied people. Threw Josh Connerly Jr. into the parking lot. That's a dude who might go in the first round, and Green made him look silly. If Mike Green's sitting there at 15, that's a legit option. Sure, he's not TJ Watt, not yet at least, but he's younger, cheaper, and gives you future flexibility. So now let's circle back. Would you give up that number 15 pick for TJ Watt? Honestly, as much as I love TJ, and I really do, it's a tough sell. Because here's the thing, you're not just trading a pick, you're also paying him a ton of money. He's already on a $112 million deal. That's $28 million a year, $80 million guaranteed. And if he's looking to match Myles Garrett money, you're talking $40 million per year. That's a massive cap hit, especially when you just handed Kirk Cousins a big-time deal. He's not on a rookie contract, and that QB money is already stacking up. Bringing in TJ Watt at that price, that might handcuff your roster. And let's be real, Mike Tomlin isn't letting Watt walk. This is Pittsburgh. Defense is their identity. They'll figure something out. So if you're Atlanta, the smarter move might be to stay at 15 and take a shot on a guy like Mike Green. He's got the tools. He's got the upside. And he won't drain your bank account. TJ Watt is a beast, but building a roster means picking your spots. And this might not be the one.